Alright guys, welcome to today's charting session. So I'm gonna start doing something slightly different, no? Thursdays will still be focused on a weekly charting session where we take a look at the index and we check yung mga trending names. But na-realize ko na baka mas makatulong sa mga tao kung ah, araw-araw ang gagawin natin is itatrack natin yung mga trending names sa Investa and see what happens to those names as we go on through the course of the week. I'm not saying na araw-araw pareho yung matitignan natin kasi we will be basing yung mga pangalan na tinitignan natin on the trending list. But there's a strong possibility na medyo parang ganun na nga nangyayari. And at the same time, at least, sama-sama nating pinapanood, pinag-aaralan, at tinitignan yung mga stocks that apparently interest a lot of people. Okay? So let's start, no? We'll start this off with LTG. So LTG, we saw a strong sell-off. So if you've been a long-time follower, you will know na kinol natin na baka bumagsak nga siya when we broke down from this area here. And it did really fast. I honestly wasn't expecting it to fall this fast. I was expecting it to fall, but not this fast, no? And so far, medyo tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung selling pressure natin even though we're trying to recover and carve out a bottom dito sa 8.5. Okay? So, ano ang masasabi natin sa chart na to? Number one, we were able to break above yung key threshold ng 9 pesos. So, if you look at it here, diba? We tried to break out of here, ayaw, this candle, we did break out. Then we stay above, okay? We stay above it na. Just let me remove the volume sandali. There. We stayed above 9 pesos. So what we're trying to see now is magme-maintain ba yan or maybe we pull back deeper, come back into this area here and see if it holds and we start carving out nga a potential higher low. Okay, if we can print a potential higher low here, then we push higher, hold above 9 pesos again, then maybe this is something that we should track. Minsan kasi, yes, it's interesting na baka nag-low na and we should be buying, but baka kasi hindi maganda yung timing. Diba? Baka masyadong maaga ang pagpasok natin, tapos at the end of the day, sobrang tagal lang natin hihintayin bago may mangyari. Okay, next let's take a quick look at nickel. So nickel has been interesting, no? Again, to those who have been following me for a while, you know I traded this nung pataas siya dito, got in at 5.78, sold it around 6.10, 6.15 yata in the end. Tapos nung bumaba pa konti, yung natira kong runners, binenta ko na. 'Di ba? So ngayon, ang nangyari, we broke below tong level na to, 5.78. And then, nag-bounce ahead of this support sa 5.28. Then now, nag-close na naman tayo above 5.78. So what I would be interested to see is kung mag-form ba to ng parang head and shoulders pattern dito. O di naman kaya, if we can break above tong 6 na area, then I think that's pretty bullish, no? Kasi dyan din tayo nauntog, nag-resist tayo here, resist tayo here. If we can break above tong 6 pesos na area, 6.06, then there might be enough momentum to take us into the next level of resistance, which is 6.41. Yes, I realize na meron tayo konting resistance din dito at 6.32, but since they're so close to one another, it's just more prudent to consider na parang isang area na lang yung resistance na yan. So, feeling ko, if we can break above this, hold, diba? Maybe pull back a little, see this support hold, then we can push higher, maybe target yung 6.41 or beyond. But let's wait and see. Possible din kasi na mabuo nga tong head and shoulders pattern na to, we just start doing this, then we go downwards. Diba? Nickel futures are looking strong. Okay, to those who are interested, we won't look at the chart again in an effort to save time, no? But if you want to go look at it, it's in TradingView. You can go check it out. Next, let's take a quick look at ACEN. Now, sa ACEN, we have been trying to push above tong 10.09 na area for a while. So, for 3 straight days, we've been trying to break yung high na yon. So, what do we want to see? If you're bullish, what you don't want to see is bumalik yung price dito below 9.66, tries to test it from below, hindi kinaya, mauntog. Then we start pushing lower. Diba? Pag ganon, ang baka mangyari is baka mag-range muna tayo sandali as price decides what it wants to do. Okay? Now, ang isa pang ayaw natin makita okay, is mas bearish pa na galaw doon. Meaning, we just break below tong structure low, test it from underneath, maybe consolidate here a bit sa zone where price consolidated before moving higher, then ma-break natin. If that happens, baka medyo mahirapan mag-recover yung ASEN from that. Kasi masyadong, kumbaga, masyado nabugbog kung ganon. 'Di ba? Let's see what happens. So, syempre, if you're bullish, what you want to see is we actually break is yung etong 10.09 na high and start consolidating or just pushing higher above it. Diba? So, it remains to be seen as it is right now. Personally, mahirap na biglang humabol kasi you're essentially buying into resistance. And as bullish as the chart looks, parang buying into resistance just negates yung risk-reward factor for you. Kasi syempre, hindi naman natin alam hanggang saan naabot yan eh. Diba? Yes, if you're an investor, you want to say na, okay, pwede ko naman yung hawakan ng matagal, but even still, wouldn't you want to enter at a more optimal position? Okay? Now, if we can pull back to somewhere here, pull back here, diba? Then mag-hold tayo dyan. Yun nga as sinabi ko, then we start pushing higher, then maybe magka-carve tayo na isa na namang low, and then we can see a move higher from there. So let's see what happens with ACEN over the course of the week, no? Then let's take a quick look at dito. So dito, I know I drew a trend line here. It's not the best trend lines. Yes, it's been tagged twice, thrice. Okay, about to be tagged the fourth time. I also marked out this zone, yung white na area sa baba, kasi dyan tayo nag-consolidate, then consolidation prior to moving higher here. Okay? So, what I want to see from dito is either, yun nga, mag-flag tayo dito, consolidate, then we break out. Okay? Or pwede rin na consolidate, baksak, fake out, then we break higher, pull back, baka maganda yung entry. Okay? Or we just break out. Either way. As is, medyo nasa no man's land siya, no? Nasa gitna, it's in the middle of chop. Yes, it's staying above tong 8.40, ano ba to? 8.43? Tama ba? 8.43 natin na level. And that's a good sign. Diba? Nagkaroon tayo ng fake out pababa dito. Finil lang natin yung gap. Then we start trading above this. But yun nga, if it can flag here or kung ano man tawag dito, symmetrical triangle or whatever, equal triangle, then that might be a good thing. That might make entry easier. Yung flag na sinasabi ko is this, drawing ko lang, no, para mas clear. So the flag that I'm saying is something like this. So it could just flag from here, diba? Typical na what's this? Typical na bull flag. Baba, balik tayo dito sa area of interest, then we break out from there. Okay, that's what you want to look for if you're bullish. What you don't want to see is ma-break natin tong white na zone na to, then we start maybe consolidating here a bit. Ayaw na uuntog tayo sa resistance na nag-form dito, then we break below. Pag ganon, again, baka medyo mahirapan mag-recover yung dito from there kasi parang may mga bago na naman siyang inipit na baka mahirapang lumabas. And then finally, let's take a quick look at PXP. All right. So PXP today broke out of this tight range here, no? So just let me draw it. It broke out of this tight range here. Although, tapos yung next na possible resistance niya is at around 7.5 hanggang 7.68, no? So this entire area here, okay? Something like that. So that's what you want to be careful of if you're trading PXP. Yes, you might consider na, kapag nag-pull back, maybe I can try getting in. That's decent reward, papunta dito. Okay? Stop below this range, see if it holds. So far, mga oil, no? Mga oil na related, oil mining related yung gumagalaw sa atin. So that might be something interesting. Okay? Hindi nakakagulat kung saan tayo nag-sell off, saan nag-wick, yung area of previous consolidation na baka kung saan nag-ipon yung mga tao. So, nung pumitik dito, tumama dyan, yung mga naipit, baka lumabas na. So, now we want to see what happens next. Okay naman yung volume nung candle na to. Okay, so pull back. Let's see what happens next from there. Okay, Now guys, paalala lang ulit before we end this video that none of what I say here is financial or investment advice. If you want to trade anything, the risk is on you. It's your money. Ingat lang po tayong lahat. Okay? And if meron po kayo natutunan sa video na to and if you find it helpful, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, no, good luck. Maraming salamat sa panonood and happy trading.